Hi, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be speaking about mental health and how you can identify if someone has a mental health disorder or not. I know this is not a topic that a lot of people want to touch on, and it's not a topic that we pay much attention to, but I think if we learn how to identify if someone has a mental health disorder or have mental health illnesses, then we can treat people a little bit differently and learn how to have certain conversations with people, know how to be a bit more sensitive, and just be a bit more considerate. So, without further ado, let's get down into some things you need to look out for. So, one of the primary signs of a mental health disorder is a noticeable change in someone's behavior. This could include sudden mood swings, increased irritation or anger, or sometimes they just no longer want to have social activities or engage in risky behaviors. These are a list of things that people start doing that we never notice are related to mental health issues, and we just kind of pay a blind eye to it. Now, another one of the things would be emotional instability. Individuals with mental health disorders often experience intense and or prolonged emotional states. So they might exhibit excessive sadness, or you notice that they have severe anxiety or fear. Sometimes you have a friend or can talk about anything or laugh about anything. But then there might be some days where you notice that person could just start to get on with you, like they want to eat out your head. And you're wondering, well, what's your problem though? We are accustomed making this kind of joke. We are accustomed talking about this. So what's going on? Sometimes that person is going through something which could be causing them to be irritated, and this is how best they can react to the situation. It's not like they want to be mean to you or just an intentional thing. It's just the hormonal changes can influence your behavior in general.
Commercial break. Like, share, and subscribe.
To get to number 3 on my list, social isolation. People with mental health disorders or mental health issues often struggle with maintaining relationships and friendships and could isolate themselves from friends, family, just in general social activities. They could feel disconnected from others, and they would have difficulty forming or maintaining meaningful connections. It really and truly could mean that that person could be going through something like a breakup or loss of a friend or just a general midlife crisis. These things happen. Mental health issues doesn't always have to just classify as a sickness, but it could come up after you go through something that's a little bit traumatizing or something that has a real strong emotional impact on you. Like I was saying, a breakup. You could just kind of group this, like the isolation, with the emotional instability and the changes in the behavior. Just kind of keep it in mind so that you know how to interact with this person instead of getting a little hostile or reacting the exact same way, because it's not good. Now, this brings me to number 4 and number 5 on my list, which would be physical symptoms and substance abuse. So, some mental health illnesses or disorders can also present physical symptoms such as headaches, stomach aches, fatigue, or unexplained aches and pains in your body. Also, individuals with mental health disorders are at a higher risk of developing substance abuse issues as a way to cope with their symptoms. Therefore, the presence of substance abuse or problems may indicate an underlying health condition. With that being said, even though yes, the information is there and it's good when you can identify that your friend, your family member needs help, or even yourself, because sometimes we need these things to know, am I depressed? What's going on with me? Why am I so emotional? We need these things on a day-to-day. You need to be able to know what's going on with you, be able to identify what is your issue so that you can start working on it. But regardless, even though we know what to look for in ourselves and friends, you need to also keep in mind that self-diagnosis or just relying solely on these signs alone, it would not be sufficient. Yes, you can tell yourself, well, this might be going on, talk to the person, try to help, but at times you need to kind of give the advice, maybe you should go talk to someone, maybe you should actually decide to go get some help, because it could be getting to the point where that person no longer wants to be here. And we see these things happening year after year, where someone in our midst going through something and they don't have nobody to talk to, or they don't know if they should talk to anyone or how to talk to anyone, because we are so judgy these days. But I really hope that at least one person could listen to this and take the information and just start approaching your friends or whoever with a bit more caution and consideration. Start treating them with more love and just being less caught up in what's for yourself. It's not always about you. You know, like we could be so indulged and caught up in our lives and what's going on with us and what we want, and not seeing that somebody is just crying out for help right before us. Just by paying attention to these little signs, you could literally help save a life. Like, think about that. So have a great day, night, whatever time it is. Remember to like, leave a comment, and if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Be safe. Bye.